Soft match strike, a small table lamp glowing in the corner. I kept the light on low, not for you to come back home. The room is quiet, almost still, a little warmth along the windowsill. I used to wait beside the door, like waiting could become something more. But tonight feels different somehow. I'm not asking where you are now. The piano moves through empty space and leaves a calm I can't replace. Maybe the light was never only meant for you. Maybe I kept it burning so I could find me too. I kept the light on through the lonely blue, not because I'm lost inside a memory of you. I kept the light on, soft against the night. Now I see it shining back, and I know I'll be alright. The street is quiet after rain, no footsteps calling out my name. Still there's comfort in the glow of learning how to let things go. I don't need the past to knock or turn back every broken clock. Some doors close without a sound, and peace comes slowly settling down. I kept the light on through the lonely blue, not because I'm lost inside a memory of you. I kept the light on, soft against the night. Now I see it shining back, and I know I'll be alright. A little flame, a little room, a softer way to heal the wound. I'm not waiting like before, I'm coming home to me once more. I kept the light on, now it feels like mine. Not a signal through the dark, but a quiet place to shine. I kept the light on, gentle, warm and true. Somewhere in this peaceful glow, I stopped reaching back for you. Sparse piano, lamp hum fading. The night is still, but I am light. A vinyl needle kisses the night. Soft jazz leans into the room. Velvet chairs and amber light. Coffee dark as midnight rain. A lonely saxophone outside calls the city by its name. I slow my breath, let the evening move through me. Nothing to chase tonight. Velvet coffee, soft jazz glow. Hold me where the shadows slow. Every note feels warm and silver on the street. Candles tremble near the glass. I don't need the past to leave. I just let it gently pass. Maybe peace is not a place. Maybe it is this refrain. A cup, a chair, a little grace, and music soft enough for pain. Velvet coffee, soft jazz glow. Hold me where the shadows slow. Every note feels warm and true, like the night was made for blue. Velvet coffee, quiet heart. Let the silence become art. In this room of gold and sound, all the lost things settle down. The record turns, the coffee cools, and the night forgives us slowly. Soft kettle clicking off, tea poured slowly into a small cup. The water sings, then disappears into the quiet of the room. Midnight sits beside my chair, with gentle hands and silver air. I make some tea, I lower the light, and let the day fall out of sight. No one is coming through the door, but I don't fear that anymore. The piano moves in tender lines and gives my heart a little time. Maybe being alone can feel warm, not cold, when I stop asking silence for someone else to hold. Midnight tea for one, underneath the fading moon. I am softer than I was in this quiet little room. Midnight tea for one, no sorrow left to prove. Just a cup between my hands and a heart beginning to move. The window keeps the city far. The spoon rests still beside the jar. I breathe in slow, I let out more than I was carrying before. The past may knock, but not too loud. It fades into the evening cloud, and in the steam I start to see there's still a home inside of me. Midnight tea for one, underneath the fading moon. I am softer than I was in this quiet little room. Midnight tea for one, no sorrow left to prove. Just a cup between my hands and a heart beginning to move. I don't need the night to end, I don't need to call it pain. Some quiet hours become a friend when they learn to speak my name. Midnight tea for one, warm enough to keep me here. Not alone the way I thought, not as lost as I feared. Midnight tea for one, and the piano softly knows healing doesn't always bloom. Sometimes eyes gently down. The tea grows still, and I feel home. Faraway traffic lights clicking, a cafe sign humming softly. The city lowers down its voice, like it finally has a choice. Blue light gathers on the street, underneath the passing feet. Windows glow then fade away, like small stars ending their day. I sit where the shadows lean, somewhere quiet in between what I lost and what I keep, before the city falls asleep. And the night feels kind when it doesn't ask too much, just a little time and a little human touch. Before the city sleeps, let the piano carry me through the soft and empty streets, back to where my heart can breathe. Before the city sleeps, I let the heavy hours go. In the warm and fading light, I am learning to move slow. Someone laughs across the road, then the silence takes it home. A paper cup, a closing door, nothing feels so loud anymore. I don't need a perfect sign, just this quiet place in time, where the world is almost still and my heart can gently heal. Before the city sleeps, let the piano carry me through the soft and empty streets, back to where my heart can breathe. Before the city sleeps, I let the heavy hours go. In the warm and fading light, I am learning to move slow. Tomorrow waits beyond the glass, but I don't have to hurry past this little piece, this gentle room, this silver evening fading soon. Before the city sleeps, I feel lighter than before, not because the ache is gone, but it doesn't rule me anymore. Before the city sleeps, there is hope in quiet things, a soft note, a slower breath, and the comfort evening brings. The lights grow dim, and I come home within. Soft bedsheet shifting, a window left slightly open to the night. I let the dark breathe through the room and loosen what I held too soon. I used to sleep with crowded skies, old worries moving behind my eyes. Every dream would pull me deep, where tired hearts forget to sleep. But tonight The piano's low, like a hand that tells me slow. No need to carry every scar into the places where dreams are. Maybe rest begins when I stop holding tight to every shadow that follows me into night. No more heavy dreams, no more running in my sleep. I lay the day down gently where the quiet can keep. No more heavy dreams, let the old weight disappear. I only want a softer night and a morning drawing near. The moon is pale against the wall. The room feels kinder after all. I breathe out names I used to know and let them drift where they can go. Nothing grand, no perfect peace, just a little more release. The music settles in my chest and teaches me the shape of rest. No more heavy dreams, no more running in my sleep. I lay the day down gently where the quiet can keep. No more heavy dreams, let the old weight disappear. I only want a softer night and a morning drawing near. If tomorrow finds me slow, that is still a way to grow. Not every heart must shine so bright. Some only need a peaceful night. No more heavy dreams, let the darkness turn to calm. Let the piano hold the silence like a quiet open palm. No more heavy dreams, I am safe enough to close my eyes. Tonight I leave the weight behind and wake beneath the lighter sky. Sparse piano, soft night air fading. The room grows still and I sleep light. Small lamp switch clicks on, soft room tone. One quiet piano note. A little light wakes up the wall and makes this room feel less small. I don't need a brighter sky, just one safe place to close my eyes. A wooden table, fading steam, a quiet chair beside a dream. The world outside can move too fast, but here the heavy hours pass. The piano finds a tender line and gives a little back to time. I thought hope had to shine like morning breaking through, but sometimes it arrives in the smallest room with you. There is hope in a small room, in the hush of evening blue, in a soft note, in a slow breath, in the heart still coming through. There is hope in a small room, not loud, not far away, just enough to keep me warm until another day. The curtains hold the city glow, floorboards answer soft and low. I let the silence can sit with me without becoming loneliness. I'm not fixed, but I can rest with less weight inside my chest. And every gentle piano key feels like a hand comforting me. There is hope in a small room, in the hush of evening blue, in a soft note, in a slow breath, in the heart still coming through. There is hope in a small room, not loud, not far away, just enough to keep me warm until another day. Maybe peace begins like this, a lamp, a song, a quiet wish. Nothing grand, nothing new, just room enough to make it through. There is hope in a small room where the night is kind and slow. I don't have to see the whole road, just the next small place to go. There is hope in a small room, softly waiting in the air. And for tonight, that little light is more than enough to bear. Sparse piano, lamp hum fading, a little light, and I'm still here. Soft paper lantern swaying outside, rain tapping gently on its warm glow. A little light moved in the rain, like hope that didn't need a name. The street was quiet, almost blue, with every window fading through. I watched the lanterns softly shine, like they were holding borrowed time. No bright answer, no clear sign, just warm gold in the silver night. The piano played beneath the air and made the dark feel less unfair. Maybe hope is small, but it knows how to stay, even when the sky turns everything to gray. Lanterns in the rain, still glowing through the night. Little hearts of amber, holding on to light. Lanterns in the rain, soft above the street, teaching tired souls how to shine quietly. I used to think I needed more, a perfect road, an open door. But tonight the world feels kind, in every light the rain can't hide. A gentle drop, a quiet flame, nothing here remains the same. Still something warm keeps burning through, like a promise I once knew. Lanterns in the rain, still glowing through the night. Little hearts of amber, holding on to light. Lanterns in the rain, soft above the street, teaching tired souls how to shine quietly. The storm to end to feel safe again. Sometimes peace is just a glow that follows where I go. Lanterns lanterns in the rain guide me slowly home. Not too bright, but bright enough to make the dark feel known. Lanterns in the rain, gentle, warm and clear. Even in the quiet gray, there is light still here. Sparse piano, rain fading softly. One small flame, and I'm not afraid. Soft breath on a cold window, fingertip tracing a fading shape. I wrote your name where the glass was warm, then watched it disappear by dawn. The cup was quiet in my hands. The night moved slow across the lamp. I didn't call, I didn't try to pull your shadow from the light. Your name rose softly in the air, then broke apart before my stare. Not every memory has to stay. Some are meant to drift away, and I'm learning how to let it fade without losing the good we made. Your name in the steam, gone before it stays. A little ache, a little peace, rising from the page. Your name in the steam, soft against the night. I can miss what used to be and still feel warm inside. The piano plays a gentle line, like it understands the time. A small goodbye, a quiet breath, no heavy tears, no bitterness. I used to hold the past too near, afraid the silence meant you'd disappear. But now I see the kinder truth. Letting go keeps some light too. Your name in the steam, gone before it stays. A little ache, a little peace, rising from the page. Your name in the steam, soft against the night. I can miss what used to be and still feel warm inside. Some names become a softer sound, not lost, but no longer bound. A trace of light, a breath, a song, here for a moment, then moving on. Your name in the steam, fading clear and slow. I don't need to hold it tight to keep the love I know. Your name in the steam, under amber light. What once felt like goodbye feels gentle here tonight. Sparse piano, soft cup sound fading. The steam is gone, but I'm not cold. Soft curtain moving near an open window. Early air entering the room. The night is still but not so heavy. Something quiet tells me I am ready. I used to fear the morning light, like it would ask too much of my life. But now the dark begins to thin, and I can feel the calm come in. The piano plays a simple phrase, like sunlight learning softer ways. No need to know what comes ahead, I only need this peaceful breath. Maybe hope is not a flame burning through the sky. Maybe it's a little room where I don't have to hide. Tomorrow feels gentle, not far, not cold, like a hand on my shoulder, like a story still untold. Tomorrow feels gentle, soft beneath the blue. I don't have to rush my heart to become something new. The cup is empty but still warm. The window holds a quiet dawn. I leave the weight of yesterday where the evening fades away. No grand promise, no perfect sign, just a slower peace becoming mine. And every note that falls tonight makes the morning feel more kind. Tomorrow feels gentle, not far, not cold, like a hand on my shoulder, like a story still untold. Tomorrow feels gentle, soft beneath the blue. I don't have to rush my heart to become something new. I'll meet the day with open hands, no need to fully understand. Some roads begin with just one breath and a little trust inside the chest. Tomorrow feels gentle, I can almost see a warmer light, a quieter sky waiting patiently for me. Tomorrow feels gentle and I'm not afraid tonight. The dark has taught my tired heart how to recognize the light. Sparse piano, soft morning air. The night lets go and I move slow. One last cup before midnight, steam rising through the quiet light. The cafe door is almost closed. The city hums in softer tones. I hold the warmth between my hands, like something I can understand. No need to fix the whole day now, no need to speak the hurt out loud. The piano says what I could not in every small and tender pause. And for a moment I let the evening stay, not to remind me but to carry it away. One last cup before midnight, one slow breath before the dawn. I don't have to be alright, just a little less sun. last. The lights are low, the table's bare. There's healing in the empty air. A faded song, a gentle key, finds the tired part of me. I used to run from nights like this, from silence and from what I missed. But now it feels like coming home, to sit with peace and be alone. One last cup before midnight, one slow breath before the dawn. I don't have to be alright, just a little less undone. In the hush before tomorrow, with the rain against the glass, I can leave a little sorrow in the bottom of the cup at last. Maybe hope is something small, not a sunrise, not a call, just warm coffee, piano rain, and a heart that softens again. One last cup before midnight, one soft song before I go. The night is still but not empty. There's a light I almost know. In the hush before tomorrow, I feel lighter than I was. I can leave a little sorrow in the bottom of the cup. One last cup. One last cup, and I am enough. Faint footsteps on wet pavement. A coat placed softly on a wooden chair. I chose the seat where the window glows and watch the street forget its noise. Rain writes slowly on the glass, little lines from a softer past. I don't chase what slipped away, I let it blur with the evening gray. The cup is warm, the room is low. A quiet song begins to grow, not from pain, not from regret, just something I can't name yet. Maybe I was tired from holding too much in. Maybe the small silence is where I start again. Rain on the window seat, falling light and memory. Every drop feels kind tonight, washing shadows into peace. Rain on the window seat, I breathe where I used to break. The world outside is moving on, and so am I, slow and awake. A passing car, a silver line, turns the street to candle shine. I see my face in the window there, a little worn but still aware. I used to fear the quiet hours, the empty roads, the closing flowers. But now the night sits next to me, soft as a melody. Rain on the window seat, falling light in memory. Every drop feels kind to me. washing shadows into peace. Rain on the window seat, I breathe where I used to break. The world outside is moving on, and so am I, slow and awake. No thunder, no goodbye, just water from the sky, teaching my heart to release without needing a reason why. Rain on the window seat, gentle as a whispered prayer. I leave a little weight behind in the softly glowing air. Rain on the window seat, I'm not the same as yesterday. The rain keeps falling quietly and carries me away. Sparse piano, soft room ambience. I sit still and the rain is kind. The cafe door opens softly, a little bell sings in the warm air. There's a corner by the window where the morning sits alone. A cup of coffee, half a letter, and a light that feels like home. I leave the noise outside, let the silence take my hand. For once, I don't need answers. In this cozy corner cafe, I can breathe a little slow. Every worry turns to vapor in the golden coffee glow. In this cozy corner cafe, time forgets where it should go. And my heart, so tired of running, finds a softer place to know. Someone laughs behind the counter, sugar melts into the cream. Rain is tapping on the sidewalk like a rhythm from a dream. Maybe peace is something simple, not a miracle, not a sign. Just a chair beside the window and a quiet frame of time. In this cozy corner cafe, a wooden floor, dust floating in the warm air. The light moves slow across the room, like it knows I need time too. I sit beneath the evening gold, with all the things I used to hold. The day was long, my words were few, but silence made a space to move. The piano speaks in gentle blue, not asking me to start anew. Just one small note, then one more breath, a softer place inside my chest. I don't have to hurry to become alright. Some healing comes quietly in the fading light. Slow light, tender heart, meet me where I am. I have carried too much weight in these careful hands. Slow light, tender heart, teach me how to stay in the little peace I find at the ending of the day. The window glows, the shadows lean, the room feels warmer than it seems. I let the past sit far away, not gone but not in charge today. No need for answers bright and clear, no need to hide the tired years. The music holds the night apart and leaves more room inside my heart. Slow light, tender heart, meet me where I am. I have carried too much weight in these careful hands. Slow light, tender heart, teach me how to stay in the little peace I find at the ending of the day. Maybe I can soften now without breaking down. Maybe I can let this room turn my sorrow into sound. Slow light, tender heart, I am learning to release. Not all at once, not perfectly, just gently into peace. Slow light, tender heart, let the evening make me new. I don't need a brighter world, just a softer way through. Sparse piano, warm room tone fading. The light moves on and I feel calm. Neon hums beyond the window, black coffee fills a porcelain cup. Midnight leans across the table, city lights begin to blur. An Americano, dark and quiet, holds the words I never heard. I don't fight the silence now, I let it sit with me, like an old familiar friend. Midnight Americano glow, taxi in the rainfall. There's a song behind the glass. I watch the steam rise from the darkness, like a prayer that learns to pass. Maybe lonely has a beauty when it doesn't ask for more. Just a cup beneath the lamplight and a heart that's not at war. Midnight Americano glow, warm my hands and moving slow. Every shadow in this room turns to velvet, turns to blue. Midnight Americano glow, let the empty hours flow. In this quiet cafe light, I feel softer than before. The neon fades, the coffee cools, and the night becomes gentle. Wooden chair creaks softly, distant streetlight hum. Your chair is still beside the wall, holding nothing, saying all. I see the place you used to sit, a little shadow left in it. The table keeps a quiet trace of your hands, your laugh, your face. But I don't ache the way I did. I let the softer memories live. Not every empty space is cold. Some are warm when time grows old. The night moves gently across the wooden floor. I'm not waiting now the way I did before. The chair you left empty doesn't hurt me tonight. It only holds a little light from a softer time. The chair you left empty still remembers you there, but I can breathe beside it now in the quiet cafe air. The piano plays a simple line, like it knows I need some time. No heavy words, no final scene, just peace arriving quietly. I thought goodbye would always stay, like rain that never goes away. But even loss can learn to rest when held against a gentle chest. The chair you left empty doesn't hurt me tonight. It only holds a little light from a softer time. The chair you left empty still remembers you there, but I can breathe beside it now in the quiet cafe air. I won't move it from its place. I won't erase what time can't erase. Some love becomes a calmer thing, a song the room still wants to sing. The chair you left empty feels peaceful in the glow. A memory can stay with with me and still let me go. The chair you left empty is no longer a wound, just a quiet little corner where my heart made room. Sparse piano, soft chair, sound fading. Your chair is still, but I am moving. The espresso machines, the windows glow. Steam curls like silver in the dawn. Before the city lifts its voice, before the streets begin to run, there's a quiet cup of darkness waiting for the morning sun. A barista wipes the marble counter, slow jazz hums beneath the air. Every chair still holds a shadow, like a secret resting there. And I have carried too much noise through nights that never seem to end. But here inside this little silence, I can hear myself again. Espresso steam at dawn, rising slow then moving on, like all the weight I used to know, learning how to let me go. Espresso steam at dawn, a bitter heart, a softer song. In this quiet morning light, I begin my life tonight. There's a newspaper folded neatly by a window, dressed in blue. Headlines fade into the background when the room feels kind and true. I take one sip and taste the distance between who I was and who I'll be. Not a promise, not an answer, just a small and steady peace. And maybe healing has no thunder, maybe change is soft and thin, like the breath above the coffee, disappearing into wind. Espresso steam at dawn, rising slow then moving on, like all the weight I used to know, learning how to let me go. Espresso steam at dawn, a bitter heart, a softer song. In this quiet morning light, I begin my life tonight. Some mornings do not ask for courage, they only ask you to remain, to warm your hands around the silence and not be frightened by the rain. Some dreams return without a warning, some doors close without a sound. But even in the smallest cafe, lost things sometimes can be found. Espresso steam at dawn, rising slow then moving on, like all the weight I used to know, learning how to let me go. Espresso steam at dawn, a bitter heart, a softer song. In this quiet morning light, I begin my life tonight. Let the steam rise, let it fade, let the old night drift first train passes far away, and the coffee warms the soul. Soft paper unfolding, a wooden drawer closing quietly. I found your words beneath the years, not to reopen old tears. The ink is faded into gray, but I still know what you meant to say. A little promise, a little pain, a sunny street after the rain. I don't read them like before, with my heart against the floor. Tonight they feel like memories, not chains around me anymore. Time didn't take it all, it only changed the view. What used to break my heart now lets the light come through. Letters in the drawer, sleeping where I left them. I don't need to burn the past, just learn how to accept it. Letters in the drawer, soft as candlelight. Some goodbyes grow gentle when you hold them right. There's dust upon the folded lines, like quiet snow from kinder times. I smile at who I used to be, so scared to let the night breathe. The room is warm, the piano low. I let the final page go slow, not because I love you less, but because I'm finding rest. Letters in the drawer, sleeping where I left them. I don't need to burn the past, just learn how to accept it. Letters in the drawer, soft as candlelight. Some goodbyes grow gentle when you hold them right. I won't ask the past to stay, I won't throw it all away. I'll close the drawer with tender hands and leave it where it lands. Letters in the drawer, quiet as the evening. What once felt unfinished now feels like healing. Letters in the drawer, underneath the light. I can keep the memory and still sleep well tonight. Spurs piano fades with soft vinyl crackle. The drawer is closed, my heart is light. Soft pen cap clicking open, a notebook sliding beside the piano keys. I wrote one line and let it rest beside the song inside my chest. The notebook waits in quiet blue for words I never pushed through. A little thought, a half-made prayer, a feeling softly sitting there. The piano doesn't need my name, it plays the ache without the blame. One simple note, then one more line, and I feel closer to being fine. Maybe what I cannot say can still become a sound. Maybe every broken phrase is where I'm finally found. waking gently from sleep. The notebook beside the piano, under warm cafe light, turns the weight inside my heart into something soft tonight. Some pages carry old mistakes, some hold dreams I didn't chase, but none of them feel heavy now. The music makes them lighter somehow. I don't need a perfect song to prove that I've been strong. Just a quiet place to start, with honest hands and an open heart. The notebook beside the piano holds what my voice can't keep. Little words beneath the melody, waking gently from sleep. The notebook beside the piano, under warm cafe light, turns the weight inside my heart into something soft tonight. I'll leave the page a little bare, so silence has some room in there. Not every feeling needs to rhyme, some only need a little time. The notebook beside the piano keeps the evening clear. Every line I almost wrote still belongs right here. The notebook beside the piano, and a song I barely know, help me turn the quiet pain into peace that moves slow. Sparse piano, notebook closing softly. One empty page, one lighter heart. Soft switch clicking, one small lamp left glowing near the piano. Only one light stays behind, like a little piece I came to find. The cups are clean, the chairs are still, the night rests on the windowsill. I hear the piano breathe one note, like a letter I never wrote. The room is quiet, but not gone. It holds the warmth of every song, and all the weight I brought inside feels lighter in the amber light. I don't need the night to give me every answer, just a softer place to leave what I can't carry. The last light in the cafe is shining soft for me, not bright enough to blind the dark, but warm enough to see. The last light in the cafe holds the evening slow, and when the final song is done, I know I can let go. The street outside is half asleep, the rain is dried along my sleeve. I used to fear the quiet end, but now it feels just like a friend. Every song has led me here, through tired days and hidden tears, not to erase what I have known, but teach my heart to feel like home. The last light in the cafe is shining soft for me, not bright enough to blind the dark, but warm enough to see. The last light in the cafe holds the evening slow, and when the final So let the piano fade, let the silence stay. I am not the same as when I walked in today. A little less heavy, a little more kind, a little more ready to leave the past behind. The last light in the cafe glows like a quiet prayer, a small and gentle reminder that healing happened here. The last light in the cafe follows me through the door, and I leave a little lighter than I ever was before. Only sparse piano, soft final crackle, room tone fading. Turn down the light, but keep the warmth. Good night, cafe. I'm going home. The chairs are turned upside down, the streetlights lean on the glass, and somewhere between the last small sound, the evening learns to pass. I stay behind when the room went still, with one warm cup in the windowsill. The rain outside didn't ask my name, it only touched the dark the same. There's a quiet that doesn't hurt, a folded sleeve, a coffee shirt, the kind of night that lets you see how tired a heart can be. And I don't need the world to know what I carried through the day. Just one soft note played slow to help me put it away. After closing time, the piano keeps the light playing low for broken hours, turning shadows into white. After closing time, I breathe a little more, like the song was waiting for me by the empty cafe door. The clock moves soft across the wall, like it's afraid to wake us all. A little dust and golden air, feels like someone still is there. I used to think that being strong meant holding every silence long, but now I let the music stay and let the rest fade away. No grand goodbye, no bitter scene, no tear I have to hide, just a melody in between the leaving and the light. After closing time, the piano keeps the light playing low for broken hours, turning shadows into white. After closing time, I breathe a little more, like the song was waiting for me by the empty cafe door. Maybe healing starts this small, one note falling, then nothing at all. Maybe peace is not a place, but a sound that leaves some space. I don't need to be brand new, I just need the night to move gently through this room with me, until my hand too sad and not too bright, just enough to make it right. After closing time, I'm not lost like before. There's a little hope still singing by the empty cafe door. Only piano, very soft vocal lane. The last note fades into the rain, and I feel warm